So we got some news out of Grand Rapids. Michigan police identify cop who fatally shot black man after traffic stop. This is from the New York Post. I want to see what they're saying. Police on Monday identified the Michigan cop who fatally shot a 26-year-old black man in the back of the head after a traffic stop earlier this month. Christopher Schurr, who has been a member of the Grand Rapids Police Department for 7 years, was confirmed by authorities as the officer who shot dead Patrick Lyoya on April 4th. Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom said in a Monday statement he released Schurr's name in the interest of transparency to reduce ongoing speculation and to avoid any further confusion. Schurr's name had been circulating online since his face was seen in videos of the April 4 confrontation with Lyoya. Lyoya's family had called for the officer to be publicly identified at a recent memorial service. The department statement comes 2 weeks after chilling video footage of the killing was made available to the public. So here's the guy. I don't care about the Sunday Scoop. Schurr had pulled over Lyoya on April 4 after he said the car's license plate did not match the vehicle. Video shows Lyoya step out of the car, appearing confused as the cop I'd be confused too if I got pulled over. I'd love to know why I'm pulled over and I'm not pulling into my driveway and walking into my front door. As the cop demands his license and registration and orders him to step back into the car, Lyoya starts to walk away as the officer attempts to cuff him. That is not true. Lyoya went around to go into the passenger seat to get the license and registration as he was asked to do so. This is just factually untrue. That's fake news from New York Post. After a short foot chase, Schurr and Lyoya get into a scuffle in the front yard and wrestle over the officer's taser. While on top of Lyoya, Schurr draws his gun and fires a single shot into the back of Lyoya's head, who immediately stops moving, video shows. A forensic pathologist performing an independent autopsy on Lyoya confirmed that he was shot once by a gun that was held to the back of his head. Schurr had been on administrative leave, that is to say paid vacation. That is paid vacation. Once again, I want to ask everyone a question. If I go to work at the goddamn Sonic restaurant, right? I just happen to bring my gun, right, to work. Someone wants to order some mozzarella sticks and a burger, and I decide, you know what? You know what? Let's say they hand me $10 and it was like $11, right? What are you trying to rip me off? What? So I pull out my gun and I shoot them in the back of the head as they're running away. Would I get paid vacation? Would my employer give me paid vacation? No! I would be terminated literally immediately and then also thrown in jail for the rest of my life. So I want to ask everyone, why is it that police somehow is the only job where you can just, for whatever reason you want, shoot someone and murder them and then just get paid vacation? If I'm working at, at a fucking department store, and I decide, you know what? This person's looking at me funny. I'm going to fucking murder them. I'm going to shoot them in the back of the head with the gun that I brought to work. Would I get paid vacation? No. I just like this idea that somehow it's okay for police to just murder people for fun and entertainment. Once again, according to Mapping Police Violence, which is a project that tries to map and follow up on all of these police murders. First of all, 1,000 people are murdered by police every day, or rather every year. And that is just murders. That does not count, being shot and then surviving. That does not count being unfairly arrested. That does not count just being stopped and harassed for several hours, right? That's just murders. And of the murders, 98% don't even get charged. 98% of police who murder people for any reason that they want don't even have to go to court and argue that they're innocent, right? They don't even bother with getting exonerated by the corrupt justice system. They're just like, whatever, let's just cover this up. Let's pretend it didn't happen. Schurr has been on administrative leave, aka paid vacation, since the incident. Michigan State Police investigate whether he should be charged. According to MLive, he had been with the department for 7 years. Winstrom added the department, that's the chief, would release more information on the shooting later this week. The death of Lyoya, a Congolese refugee, sparked protests in Grand Rapids by activists who say it represents the latest example of police violence against young black men. Once again, is anything going to happen? No, of course not, because they have all the power. Why would they give up any power when they have all the power? Nothing's going to happen. And this is why, once again, police need to be abolished. There is no middle ground. There is no, oh, but this and that, and no, we'll carry the 4, and then maybe police will stop killing people. That's not how it works. 80% of cops voted for Donald Trump, an open neo-Nazi, right? 40% of cops are documented during, according to studies, that beat their family, their kids, their spouses, people that they live with. 40% of them are domestic abusers, right? These are big problems. And are any of them going to be fixed? No. Of course not. Why would they? Because the people who want to fix them have no power, and the people that benefit from this system have all the power. They have 100% of the power, right? Look what happened when George Floyd was murdered, right? Look at all the political energy the Democrats tried to steal, and then Joe Biden 3x's police budgets nationwide. 3x, right? So the Democratic Party, Joe Biden himself, Kamala Harris, right? They all campaigned on, vote for Democrats and we'll pass the George Floyd Policing Act or whatever. That never happened. And then instead, we got a tripling of local police department funding from Joe Biden. So I'm just saying, and I'm not saying Donald Trump would have been better. Of course, Donald Trump would have been worse. But what I'm saying is 100% of the people that have power or will ever have power, unless, we become a little bit more involved in the system, they will always be in charge. They will always win unless we change the rules of the game. And that's why, in my opinion, protesting is extremely important action to do in these sorts of situations. It's about community organizing. It's about building a relationship with people that live near you, live around you. And so that if something like that happens again, which statistically it will, instead of, going out there and protesting with people who you've never met before and not knowing how to go and proceed, you go out there and protest and you've got 5,000 people and they're all best friends and they know exactly what they're doing and they have plans of action, right? So it's organizing. It's the number one thing you can do in moments of crisis like this. And so, of course, 100% solidarity with the protesters in Grand Rapids.